So today we just got done with the most important part of the day on Wednesday, right? Which is therapy. It was good. It was really good. I had a really good hour. Let's see. What else is in the news? Not really much, right? Yeah, not much. So I gotta clean the dog bowls, go outside, see how the situation is. Then I have to feed the dogs, fix their water bowl, give the cat her medication, and then I get to eat. And then I gotta fix Sunny's food so she can eat with me, and then that way we can eat together. And those are my flowers. Check them out. Right? Aren't they cool? I saw that these are the types of flowers that they use at Day of the Dead. So I thought, okay, let me get some. So one of them is broken, but we didn't get rid of her. We left her. And that's it. I mean, so I'm at triangulation. There is a list of these patterns, right, that occupy our mind at best when they like become so critical that you can't ignore them. Or as I like to say, yeah, I can't even get away with it. But anyways, so that's going on. It's a cold one. It's been cold for a while now. And we're just going to have to bundle up when we go outside. Take care of the dogs, make sure their needs are met, and then that's it, right? I live in horse country, but I don't own horses. That must be awesome, though, to own horses. So, yeah, this is a broken one. I don't want to take it out. Well, let's see. Oh, Jesus. No. We'll just leave it. And I don't know if you guys know this, but these freaking flowers are not that, like, stink-wise, they're not that great. They're, like, awful. They smell and shit. Especially when they get old. Yeah, that's the deal. Okay, so what's going on here? Oh my God. So I went to Ulta. I spent $173 on mascara, nail polish, 2 of these. One is pink. More mascara because I forgot to put one back. And you could always use mascara, right? Look at this color, though. It's pretty cute. Then I went ahead and did my nails, and they're all bubbly because it was really hot. So I got a Kylie little kit, lip, and it's like a duo. It comes in a box. I like it. That's what I'm wearing right now. And I got an eyebrow pencil, Kylie, from Kylie. And then what else did I get? Oh, I got some nail hardener, nail teaks, because I need to stop doing my own nails, but I hate going to the nail salon, and I can't even go to the nail salon because I can't. So anyways, yeah, it's been not so bad actually, because they're not as severe as they normally are. This is actually tolerable, and I actually cooked yesterday, and I should probably get some of those food bags because I hate handling meat. But oh my gosh, and while I was in that Ulta, I saw that they have like that J'adore by like Christian Dior, and it smelled so good. I was like, oh my god, it smells so good. Oh, I got this too. NARS. Can't wait to wear that. So, doing my own nails as of late, because who's got the time, right? I mean, like, I got dogs, and they don't really, they get pissy when they don't, you know, they don't like to be left alone, so they'll, like, make a fuss. And that's okay. Look at this cute, a golf ball. It's mints. It unscrews. Right? Isn't that cute? I got some makeup because I thought that maybe, well, I have really bad allergies, and I already take enough medication, and I don't want to take any more. But I did go down and try to get an antihistamine, and I got Benadryl. What are you eating? Get out of there now. Get out. Oh my gosh. Totally my fault. What are you eating right now, please? Oh my god. Get out. Just get out. So yeah. Yesterday at the store, I got stuff to make a bondiga soup, which I made. I'm about to have a bowl of it right now, and then I'm gonna pop a roast in a crock pot with Italian seasoning. So I'm gonna make Italian beef. And I know my husband, oh my gosh, guys, all I can say is my husband is going through it right now. Like the whole, you know, just growing pains, man. You know, like when, as you get older, you gotta do maintenance. People think it's funny, but it's not. And it costs money, you know what I mean? And so there's a lot of that right now going, you know, on with like the whole, you know, getting the teeth done. I myself can't wait. So yeah, so he's going really through it today, but I saw that he got like a, so the reason he was going in was because one of his tooth fell out, and so, he needed it, and so he went and got it, and I was surprised how quickly they did that. They just, like, if you're missing a tooth, they just give you one. So, he's getting implants, so, you know, it's going to be a while before, like, we actually, see, like, the results of, like, the work that they're going to do. But I'm excited, and I know he is too, you know, because, I mean, you gotta look good, right? And if you can't look good, I mean, you know what they say, if you can't be good at it, right? So if you're gonna go out there and be all, I mean, I never even leave my house, but I still want to be able to eat and chew my food and take care of biz quacks, right? Look at Cone. So yeah, so I did my own nails. But damn, I'll be damned if I didn't go into that Ulta and spent $175. Then I saw that they had this box there. Ugh, don't show me a box. Because that box is pretty dope. So, I mean, it was pretty amazing. It had... So, if you've ever seen the Louis Vuitton luggage, the hard one, right? Okay, so this one was tan and it had all these, like, all the hardware was, like, gold. But, like, not gold, rose gold. Oh, so pretty. So, of course, I was like, I think I have a card for them. And so I took out the card and I bought that box. You'll see it. I have to, So I want to move some stuff around in my room and make sure that, like, just, you know, keep moving forward. There's a lot of stuff in the spare room and my closet that we need to do donations on. There's a lot of blankets that we don't need, all these blankets, and things like the shelter and, you know, even the Veterans Association. I don't know, like, what that's called, but, like, I think it's called... Anyways, it's here where I live. And so you can call them up and, you know, donate, like, a bunch of whatever it is that you need. Sometimes they don't pick it up or they don't accept it, though. So it's hard to say because, you know, there's no reason for you to hoard any of your stuff. If you happen to be out and about and you forget, like, that you need something, you know, or you forget, like, your sweater or whatever, you can always buy one, you know? There's a lot of people out there in the world that are, like, really in need. And you just got to kind of keep that in mind, that, like, not everybody is, you know, sometimes we feel so entitled, but, like, it's not that easy for a lot of people. And, you know, young adults and parents of children and, you know, just really young families starting out. I mean, you just got to do your best, I guess. So, yeah, my husband, like, took off and went to work today, but I literally just woke up this morning and was like, oh my God, you know, like, something could have gone totally and horribly wrong. But no, nothing happened. So I'm happy about that. But he's still healing, like I said, right? And it's hard. People have been known to die from, like, dental work. It's really, really hard. And it's a tough decision, too. A lot of people don't want to talk about it. They don't want to discuss it. But it says a lot about your character, you know? Like, you have to make the effort. You know? So my allergies have been really bad. Sometimes my hands will break out. Like, I notice sometimes when they're, like, the wounds are there already, and then I, like, handle the cat or the dogs or whatever, they break out. Or, like, that's why I have to wear a long sleeve, right? But to me, it's worth it. My sister, for one, is not the type, and right away she's like, I'm sneezing, put the dog out, and I'm like, yeah. But, I don't know, I'm not, like, that interested in the allergies. I guess I know that, like, they're there, and so my eyes were, so I put on makeup today, and I started with concealer. after the moisturizer sunscreen, they would not stop watering for the life of me. And I just continued putting on the makeup because I was already like done. And then it just continued and continued and continued. So I touched it up once, but I didn't touch it up like again after that. That's why I was setting up the camera right now. Not the camera, but the light up right now because I was going to touch up. And yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff yesterday at Ulta. Then I went to the market and I spent 82. Was it 82? Could have been 772. Oh, I got a roast. Oh, that's right, I got a roast. So I got a roast. I'm going to make a roast Italian beef. My husband claims he can eat, so I'm just going to make mashed potatoes tomorrow. And that's what I'll feed him for lunch. And by tomorrow, the roast should be done. So, and then I'll just have to figure out dinner for the day after that. So that takes care of Thursday. So today's Wednesday. He went to work. Yeah, I just got to feed the dogs now, get ready for bed. I'm so glad that I stopped taking Nora trip because that was a hard one. It hasn't even been a year yet either. It's been like 6 months. So, yeah, I'm not taking any medication at night. I'm so glad because that was a pain in the ass, especially traveling. So I'm probably going to do my nails again tonight because, I mean, why not? I think this was like $10 or $15. And I know you're probably going, which one was it? I have no idea. This little light seems like it's not hot. Or maybe it's that one. That one's an old grandma lamp. Yeah, I love these flowers. They remind me of those Van Gogh flowers in that painting. I gotta take my Centric tonight. Oh my god, I made the best sabondiga soup last night. So good. I used too much rice though. It'll still be good today. I had like 3 meatballs. Oh my god, they were so good. I cut my hair. I'm gonna make champurrado this weekend, so probably Friday, which is a Mexican drink. Yeah, that's what was on the menu this week, and then we've got pizza in there. I think for like snacking in the middle of the day. Sometimes we get hungry. My husband loves pizza. I love pizza too. Debating still. It's not that I'm cheap, but like you guys. So remember when that show Tabitha came out? I used to be so scared to get my hair cut that I would let it grow wild like weeds. And I mean, it would just grow out of control, right? And like my 20s were during grunge era, so like no one cared if your hair was messy. And I used to always air dry it because like believe me, after conditioning your hair and maybe running a comb through it or like a brush through it while wet and then you bun it, like it's just it's a lot, okay? So if y'all remember that Bible story, Samson and Delilah, right? Once Delilah realizes that all Samson's strength is in his hair, I kind of like at the time felt like that, right? Like my hair is like my trademark. Everybody knows me from my hair, right? I'm like the girl with like the hair and like all the wild makeup. And so at the time there was a brand called Urban Decay. I mean, I'm sure that they're still out right now, but like they had the best makeup. It was like glitter, it stayed, it was like great. And Merle Norman, I used to use him too. That guy had a great palettes, just absolute, like, next to the best palettes I've ever seen. Always, like, just a great palette. And is that what that's called? Like, the palette, where they, like, a painter's palette? Anyway, so yeah, I was known for that. I mean, even my lashes back in the day, I used to glue them on. So, it's like, it costs money to keep up. If you're in like a shitty relationship where, there's this tug of war going on and the guy's like always got like the fucking something over your head. I mean, and it's hard for me to say that because, like, I've always been like a single mom, like nothing going on in the romance department, always working. But I retired at 40, and I also like met the man that I had been praying for, literally. And so, I mean, I don't know. Maybe I was smart and I got out. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. All I know is that, like, this is what attracted me to this man. He said to me, and my hair was long as, F. And he says to me, I just remember my great aunts, like, coming home and telling me, like, that the highlight of their day is getting their hair done. And I remember thinking to myself, well, this guy's going to love me because I never get my hair done. And the reason being is it's a source of anxiety for me, because up until my mother got into the accident, she was the person that did my hair. She was the one that cut my hair. And after she got into that accident, she lost the range of motion in one of her arms, and it was her right arm, so she couldn't cut hair anymore. And so, for me, anytime I have to cut my hair or do my hair or, like, anything that has to do with my hair, it's a point of anxiety. And so, I have homework this week for my therapist, but I've been kind of... So she keeps telling me that she wants to talk about one thing, and I keep telling her that I can't talk about that because I've already gone through that and, like, it's been solved and resolved. But I can go over this with her. And so I'm actually kind of picking the subjects. And so she said that she needed to, I don't know, exact some kind of therapy on me in particular. So she gave me some homework. And this is the second time that she gives me homework. So I'm like, oh, well. So I'm just excited that she's even paying attention, or, like, is being this attentive to, like, hanging out with me, right? And I know what you're thinking, that, like, I pay her. Yeah, but that's beside the point. Like, how many people do you know that you can open up to about everything? And she doesn't know me. And today she said something that was very profound. So I've been feeling really guilty. Like, on the real, though, I've been feeling really guilty about, like, being, out of, like, touch with my family. And every time I feel guilty, I remind myself that the reason that I'm in therapy right now is because I'm trying to get through some stuff. And so, what I would love for my family, like, there's nothing that I can do about my family. All I can do is work on myself. And so, the hair cutting is an anxiety point in my life because my mom, obviously, right? I told you. So that's just rough for me. Ironically, the Christmas before that this happened and she like rolled her car into a ditch, she had bought me one of those fake doll heads, like a Barbie doll. I think it was like Barbizon or something. And it was just a doll with hair. And it came with like a book and like all these different hairstyles. And you can like, you know, go through the book and do all the hairstyles. And it was really fun. And so I learned how to do my own hair. I probably had that doll head for like 6 months before my mom like got into that horrible accident, and they had to like pack all of our stuff up and put it in storage, and we had to get hauled off to my grandpa's. So that in and of itself just opens up all kinds of weird doors. Like, I don't want to deal with salons because, like, right, like my mom used to do my hair, and all I can think of is like, oh my god. And that was when I was 8. And my mom, yeah, it just, it's layer upon layer upon layer of like, not to say dysfunction, but, like my mom got into this accident, rolled her car, and was down and out for like 3 months, like literally bandaged completely from like the neck down to her waist. No, the neck all the way down till just above her knees. And so she was in a bound, like she was literally bound. And it was like 3 months before we were even allowed to see her. And we couldn't go into her hospital room because they didn't let us. We were kids. So we had to they had to wheel her out. And she was always in pain. And so that was really hard. I mean, I remember the year I was like 7 years old, 7 or 8 years old. And that was like a really tough time for us. So, of course, these are some of the things that we talked about. Like, what's, some of the things that like literally trigger you. And I'm like, that's not one of the triggers, but like, that's my example of why I feel I need therapy, why I'm taking talk therapy, and what are some of the doors that are being opened right now because you're taking therapy that is consistent with the grief, right? The level of grief that we're on. Because we're literally talking about like complex grief. So, yeah, so for me, there's not really a lot I can do. All I can do is continue to level up, right, in my journey and keep getting those prizes, which is, for example, for me in this particular time frame, I would have to say that like a leveling up of a therapist. My last therapist was outstanding, but this therapist is phenomenal. And so and what I'm getting is that she can hear me and she's listening to my woes, and I don't know what I'm supposed to be reporting to her, but I'm telling her like what's being stirred up. So I haven't thought about this in a really long time, and it's really freaking me out, right? It started with a really freakish nightmare that I had and would have when I was very young. like 6 or 7. And I remember that I was constantly just running around in a circle around a house. And the house was like yellow, and it was too hot for grass there. So, like, the ground was gravel, but it was loose gravel. So, like pebble rocks, right? But more like granite rocks. And like I said, that's all I remember. And laughing because we were playing. So it's not like a horrible nightmare or anything like that, but someone is chasing me. And at some point, I don't know who it is. And so I think that's when I wake up. So that's one of the, like, triggers that I had personally, you know. And then I wrote about it. I actually wrote about it. Yeah. So I'm in a really, like, I'm in a really tough bind right now. I can't really, like, sidetrack or detour from what I'm doing. And so I have to just literally be careful of, like, who I talk with that's going to, derail my progress, right? So, yeah, I mean, you know, there's a lot of guilt going on right now, which is what we talked about. I'm like, I'm feeling really guilty about talking to my sister because every time I think about, like, going to see the children, there's children, you know? I'm riled that, one, my mom's loyalty is to a male and not a female like me, right? Because I'm a female, I would think she would be loyal to me. But she's not. She's loyal to my brother. And so my sister, I mean, talking about her is like, you know, she's gaslighting me and acting like she's not. So that's a not, there's no winning there, right? Because she's doing something that you already asked her to stop and she has not stopped, right? So now she's, like, attacking me. The other day I seen her and she was like, you better stop. And I was like, bitch, I don't better shit, right? I'm going to therapy for this. Don't fucking strong arm me. I'm not the fucking one. But she doesn't care. And so my brother and them did the same thing, you know, like they put me in a bind. And now I have to go through with it. I'm in the middle of therapy right now. I can't be bothered. And I'm not being mean. I'm being honest. I can't be bothered. I'm, like, in the middle of something. I know I have Vicine somewhere, but I don't know where. So, let me see, what time is it? Looks like it's about 10 after 7. So it's really hard for me, you know, to, like, yeah, Christmas or not, I'm in the middle of complex grief therapy, and these doors that keep opening up, they're just not always good. Some are good. Some are good memories. But a lot of the times they lead to really bad memory. Stop it, Scout. Stop barking. And, you know, there's enough trauma already. Like, I don't need any more trauma, right? Like, I'm done. I'm trying really hard to be able to stay above water and stay afloat and keep the sanity. Because there's a lot of spare time right now, and if you don't stay focused, you can really, you know, I mean, talk about a rabbit hole. When it comes to life, you can really make some stupid choices. And You know, I mean, we all want a friend or two, but a lot of the times these people that keep coming back time and again, you know, I mean, first of all, yeah, it's just, it's such a drain. But then what am I even talking about? That makes no sense at all to me right now. Anyways, um, that being said, I really just can't be bothered. And I love people, like, for reals, but, like, I have to just, you know, keep taking cognitive therapy, taking this, you know, thing seriously, and work through my freaking episodes, you know? And people can call me crazy all they want. But at the end of the day, like, listen, I have pets. No one's gonna watch your dogs, no matter how much you beg them. So we'll just have to see. We'll have to see what happens. The holidays are coming, they're upon us. A lot of weird stuff going on. Just weird stuff going on. Very weird stuff. At this point, Prince Andrews literally admitted to the courts that Virginia Giuffre was the girl that was scheduled to bring in the new girls that were the ones who were actually abused. So she was actually there, like, of her own free will. She never appeared to him like she was there against her will. Actually, she was the one in charge. Then, Page Six reported that Meghan Markle paid this agency to, you know, pull any type of negative publicity of Meghan Markle's off the internet. And these people are famous for it. They're like a crisis center that's hired by Meghan Markle. And so Page Six reports that, and then Page Six then again reports that Meghan Markle and her publicity firm are targets of a smear campaign. So this is the second time that happens. So now we know that, like, you know, these freaking, this company, Sunshine Sachs, they're dirty. They play dirty. They're like Scientologists, right? They just play dirty. So they, you know, put their ass in the line and told Page Six, no, those campaigns against Meghan Markle are smear campaigns. So I don't know what's going on with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, but that's what's going on in the news regarding them. And I think that's hysterical because, I mean, what are you? You have to be blind not to know what's happening. So again, Meghan Markle is seen in pictures documented on Epstein's boat. I mean, so she's got people, or Sunshine Sachs hacking people like me and just shutting them completely down when you have a campaign against her. And quite literally, it's exhausting. It happened to me with Omid Scobie on Twitter, and then it happened to me on Facebook, and they shut me down, they shut me out, and that's why I'm on YouTube. So, I mean, this is what I seen and what I saw, right? So my therapist is telling me, when people gaslight you, that's not acceptable. So that's what Facebook is doing to me and Twitter is doing to me, right? They're gaslighting me. They're like, no, you broke the rules. I didn't break the rules. I just happened to be like vocal about something that everybody already knows. And it's frustrating because, I'm already on the outs of my family. They're already mad at me for whatever I've written on in public. And I mean, I took a journalism class. This isn't cute, So these people want me to shut up and stop talking and fucking, I better stop, right? Is in their own words. And my attitude is like, I don't better jack shit. So before you start talking about I better what, I don't better nothing. I mean, so it's, I have dogs that I take care of, and so I'll take care of them as long as I have to. But like, and that's what's sad. I can't hang out with my nieces and nephews because their mom, right? Their mom doesn't want. Yeah, it's whatever, yo. And equally, what makes me mad is that like, I mean, Scott, what are you doing, Papa? What are you doing? Sorry, what are you doing? Okay. So yeah, it's just a pain in the tuchus, right? So hard. And of course, stop it. And of course, my husband suffers because stop it. Don't eat their food, Duke. I gotta feed them. But like, that's what's really hard on my husband because like we're already being alienated by his family, right? His daughter doesn't speak to us. It's been 2 years. It's been 7 years. That's why I started a YouTube channel. Because these kids are going to grow up one day and they're going to ask, what happened? Why are you guys this strange, right? And so, like, I'm not getting any younger. Ross isn't getting any younger. And these kids are only getting older. So I don't know what's going to happen. I couldn't tell you. It's hard for me. It's hard. This is like almost like a journal for them too, Let me get them some footage on their grandpa because eventually they're gonna want to know like what's going on, Grampy, and that's what's going on right now. And I get it, like life, like Avis says, comes at you fast, but like it's been 7 years, right? I mean, I'm not asking them to quit their job, but I kind of am. And it's just ironic. The whole thing is ironic. Yeah, so all day my tears kept coming. So I've been putting on Visine all day. But what I really need to do is go down to the Rite Aid and pick up some, I forget the name brand, Optifreeze or whatever. No, okay, so they're eye drops. There's a certain brand. I should probably go to Target and do that. But yeah, so these are just, familial alienation. I mean, what are you going to do, My nephews can't stand me because I'm like the source of my mother's anguish. It's like none of their business. what my relationship with my mom is. But it's impossible to remind them of that because they harbor so much contempt for you that the mere sight of you, like, irks them. Right? I mean, they love you, but, like, they don't like you. And that's what it is. It is what it is, right? As cliche as it sounds. So this is Mederma. I use this quite frequently on my body. It helps with scars. Yeah, like, people are like, why do you talk about that? Because I'm documenting it. Right? Because I'm going to let you know that, like, these people are fucking scapegoating me. And they're fucking gaslighting me. And they're telling me that I don't fucking know what the fuck I'm talking about. And that's a lie. That's a gaslight. And my mom is using triangulation to lure me back in. It's amazing. Same tactics. Same shit, different day. I mean, I love her, but, like, you know, I'm working here. Like, I literally love her, but, like, I cannot, you know. I don't know. But it's a lot. Okay, I gotta go feed the dogs. Thanks for watching. Tell me if this is not the coolest freaking mascara you ever seen. It's called Damn Girl by Too Faced. Yeah. Alright, guys. Like and subscribe. Comment. Let me know what you think about this. Am I breathing too much into it? Am I breathing too much life into it? This is kind of why I'm going to therapy, though, right? So, like, let's discuss. All right, tell me what you think. What would you do? Would you do what I'm doing? Would you just kind of, like, you know, back off and, you know, work through your anguishes? Or would you fold and just call it, a family affair and forgive and forget, you know? Obviously, I'm having trouble forgiving and forgetting. That's why I'm here. But that's another tale for another day. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. I'd love to know what you think. So comment. Share if you need to. Or if you want to. Thanks so much.